There we are. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Welcome back to Cinderella Phenomenon. I hope your Monday has been going great. We're back at it again with the baby blanket. The actual blanket itself is complete. Hey, Sarah. We are now working on the border for the blanket, so can't really see it in this lighting because this lighting is not very good. But we're doing like a very faint baby pink, and now I've got this brighter pink for the corner, and we're just gonna be working our way around with this, making the border for the blanket as we finish up Rod's chapter 10. This is the final chapter in Rod's route. We're very excited about it because we're getting to the climax. It's gonna be a time. We're gonna have a great time. And after we're done with the end of Rod's route for this one, because we've been doing good. We've gotten all the good endings, or we've gotten all the good choices, so we should be getting the good ending for this one. After we're done with that, we're gonna actually go back to the beginning of Rod's route. We're not gonna I'm not gonna make you guys sit there and watch me play the whole thing over again. But we're gonna go back to the beginning and we're gonna go through picking the wrong choices so that I can show you all the bad end. Because I just want to rip your hearts out. I want to make you feel things tonight. But with that, let's go ahead and just jump right into it. Here we go. So the last thing that we saw was, so if you don't know what's going on right now, we know that Rod's curse is the mermaid's curse, and he will die when the love of his life, or when his love marries another person, and the only way to break his curse was to have his love return his love back. But if she marries somebody else, he will die. Kind of like how, the Hans Christian Andersen Cinderella. It mixes Disney Cinderella and the OG one a little bit. But there is a second way to break his curse, and that is to kill the love of his life. So we just watched Evangeline carry a knife into the throne room. We are about to go see what's going down. So we are in the thick of it, as they would say. Yes, murder the love. It's so bad. But we'll see how this resolved. How are we going to save Rod from killing somebody, but also not have him die at the end of this? So we'll see. I stop in my tracks when I see Sir Mithros standing just in front of the main door to the throne room. Also, yeah, Sir Mithros is the bad guy in this. He is absolutely a terrible, horrible person. He orchestrated the entire thing. He sucks. He's garbage. He's not the worst in this one. Like, he's bad. He's bad in all the routes. I'll just tell you right now, he's bad in all of them. Some of them he is much, much worse, though. But he's being pretty bad in this one. Anyway. He looks at me expectantly as I approach. Sir Mithros. Good evening, Your Highness. Such a lovely night tonight, isn't it? Only half an hour left before you will turn 18. They gasp. Do not forget our deal, Princess. Come midnight, I will be requesting your aid in exchange for helping the prince break his curse. I clench my hands into tight fists. Helping the prince break his curse, Rod killing someone is not what I wanted. Sir Mithras puts a finger to my lips. It's okay, Jill, we love you. You wouldn't want to attract the attention of the knights, would you? There would be quite a bit of explaining to do then. I glare at him, then take a deep breath and lower my voice. You did not tell me that breaking Rod's curse meant killing someone. Oh, but I am only honoring my end of the deal. Perhaps you should have done your research before agreeing. Such a bad guy. The grin on his lips never wavers, but I can see the amusement in his eyes. I relied entirely on the story Evangeline told me, and that was my biggest mistake. I should have read the full fairy tale. But now it seems you finally know the full story of the Princess Fairy Tale, To break his curse, Prince Rod must kill his beloved with the knife his sister has brought him, just like in the fairy tale. Sir Mithras continues to smile at me. I realize that he is speaking slowly, like one might speak to a child. So condescending. No. Wait. I start to realize that Sir Mithras is purposefully drawing out the conversation to stall me. I need to go. Mithras does not stop me when I slide past him to open the doors to the throne room. The first thing I see when I enter the throne room is Rod. He's standing in the middle of the area with Evangeline in his arms. Is she all right? Rod gently places Evangeline on the throne. He leans down to look more closely at her sleeping face, then reaches down to take the object in her hand before he faces me. I can see the metallic glimmer in his hand and know that he is holding the knife Evangeline brought with her. Where did she even get this knife? He pauses to stare at it, then turns suddenly, eyes widening at some sight in another part of the room. I follow his gaze to the corner of the room where Viorica floats in mid-air. Her eyes are closed and her hands clasped as if she was sleeping. Viorica? But how? Such a pleasant surprise, isn't it? I hate this dude. Sir Mithras walks into the room with his hands clasped behind his back. You. Good evening, Your Highness. Is this your doing? Sir Mithras just smiles at him pleasantly. Rod only glares back at him. Guards! Sir Mithras clicks his tongue and chuckles. My apologies, Your Highness, but no one will be able to hear you no matter how loud you shout. Not even your witch friend will hear anything through my magic. He knows Delora is here. I glance around the room and notice that Sir Mithras has created his silent green barrier. This is the same magic he used yesterday. Now let's get back to the matter at hand. You are running out of time, Prince Rod. It'd be a shame to see you perish here after the princess went through the trouble of asking me to save your life. They gasp. Lucette, what is he talking about? The princess didn't want you to die, so she asked me to help break your curse. Sir Mithras spreads his arms, gesturing towards both Evangeline and Viorica. And so I have been kind enough to set the stage and gather its actors for what I hope to be a wonderful finale. I can't help but wonder how this fairy tale will end. Why would you do this, Lucette? I don't know. I did not know it meant killing Viorica. I swear. That is why I came here to stop you. I told you so many times that there was nothing you could do to help me, and yet you still refused to listen to me. Because I refuse to let you die. Can you not see that you are important to me, Rod? So much drama. Oh my, What a scandal. Shut up, Lucette. I turned to Sir Mithras and stared daggers at him. I asked you to help Rod. Why did you have to involve Evangeline in this? It was a necessary requirement that the princess be the one to give him the knife, Your Highness. It was, after all, the mermaid sister that brought her the knife to kill her beloved. So that's how she knew about all of this. She came here crying and begging me to break my curse because she didn't want me to die. I almost wanted to do it. But I could never kill someone. That is why I will always refuse to break my curse. Even if I really want to live. Perhaps I miscalculated. Ah well, this can be remedied. Sir Mithras waves his hands. His fingers begin to glow subtly with magic. What are you? Grrg. Rod! A faint green glow surrounds Rod as he doubles over. What are you doing to him? What I should have done to begin with. The witch who cursed him said he must do it of his own accord, but seeing as he refuses, I'm going to have to bend the rules slightly. Rod stands abruptly and begins walking towards Viorica. The knife in his hand glistens beneath the patch of scattered moonlight in the room.
Princess, he's going to kill Viorica.
Stop! Stop this, Sir Mithras. Where's Delora when we need her? I run towards Rod and wrap my arms around his waist in an attempt to stop him, but whether through magic or his own strength, he continues onward. I end up being dragged behind him. Rod, snap out of it.
Rod!
I must kill her. His gaze is so glassy and his words so mechanical that he sounds nothing like himself. No. Mithras, stop this. I'm ending our deal. My apologies, Your Highness, but even if I can dispel my magic, but not even I can dispel my magic once it has been cast. You're a shitty witch. It will only fade of its own volition once what needs to be done has transpired. That, or perhaps in the most unlikely circumstances, the prince will simply shake the spell himself. Though Mithras' words are apologetic, his expression is anything but. In fact, he looks amused by it all. He's terrible. Not so fast. A crimson ball of light rushes towards Mithras. He waves his hand through the air and is barely able to conjure a shield to protect himself from Delora's magic. Wizard fight! Technically it's a witch fight, but anyway. Delora! It wasn't exactly easy to find you all, especially with the silencing spell. Such a nuisance. That's not important. Help me stop Rod. Frost slowly appears beneath Rod's feet. It spreads up his legs, freezing him in place. I sigh with relief as I collapse onto the floor. My arms are sore with the effort of trying to hold Rod back. Mithras clicks his tongue as he faces Delora. I didn't believe you were invited to this party, traitor. Light gathers around Mithras' hands. Moments later, he releases the energy towards her. Delora, in turn, conjures a barrier, successfully protecting herself from Mithras' magic. I always did fancy myself a party crasher. Still, to think that you were alive this whole time. Myth. His real name, he's one of the Tinner Bearer's servants. I gasp. This person was my mother's servant? Allow me to correct you. I am her only faithful servant. I am nothing like that ungrateful bastard betrayed her to the fairies. Who is he talking about? Well, whatever it is you're planning, forget it. There's no way we're letting you get away with it. Oh, well, do try your best. But first, a reminder. I am the superior witch here. Energy cracks in the air as sparks begin to form around his hand. This spell is taking longer than his other spells. I notice Dolores' worry moments before she's able to cast a shield on herself. This is not good. Mithras releases the bolt of lightning in Dolores' direction. Crash! The impact causes both the shield and the ground to shudder. Sorry about the very bright light, everybody. Delora! The smoke clears and miraculously Dolores stands unharmed. No sooner would the sigh escape my lips than another frightening sound echoes across the room. There's a loud crack, and I realize that it's coming from Dolores' shield. Everything after that happens in a blur. Dolores is still trying to hold the shield up when Mithras casts another spell at it. It shatters and the magic seeps through and hits her directly. Delora! Really now, have you forgotten the most important lesson in defense magic? Always conjure another shield after being hit by a powerful spell, or, oh, I do apologize. Perhaps I did not give you enough time to cast another shield. How thoughtless of me. Delora lays on the floor, unmoving. Delora! I'm about to rush to her side when Mithras moves to stand in front of me with a malicious grin on his face. It will do you no good to be in denial, Princess. How could you? How could you hurt another witch? It is not a crime to destroy a traitor. He looks back at Delora with clear disdain. Then he sets his eyes back on me and raises his eyebrows. It is foolish of you to try to stop this. You wanted this, and I will not allow you to renege on our deal. The prince will break his curse, and you will help me. Help you? Yes, I went to great pains to make sure Alacaster kept you safe just so... Oh, I missed it. You said that you made a deal with Alacaster to borrow the knight's assistance. Yes, I went to great pains to make sure Alacaster kept you safe just so you could repay me. And what would I need the knight's assistance for, dear princess? I never needed the knights. I just needed Alacaster to keep you safe. I would have gotten rid of him myself if I wasn't sure the king would eventually find me. So this whole time you were only trying to keep me safe. To use me. Use is such a simple, ugly word. Remember, I just want you to help me.
Princess!
I turn around to realize that Dolores' spell on Rod has faded and that he is now only a few feet away from Viorica. Rod! I force myself to run towards him as fast as I can manage. I will not let you kill anyone. I don't know what I must do to stop him, so I do the first thing that comes to mind. I put myself between Rod and Viorica just as he about to plunge the knife into her. Oh, snap. Princess! Stab. Ooh, there is stab and blood. My body is racked with pain the moment the blade sinks into my shoulder. Ugh. I collapse to the floor and hold on to my injured shoulder. I can feel my blood seeping through my fingers. You fool! You could have easily been killed. I do not care. I love Rod and would never let him do something that he would regret for the rest of his life. I cringe. Tears cloud my vision as the pain worsens. Lucette! I feel Rod's arms around me as he cradles me in his chest. I look up at him and see that his eyes are fixed on my bleeding shoulder. Rod looks at me with anguish. He grabs a handkerchief from his pocket and presses it to my shoulder. I can't believe I did this. I stare in shock as his lips move. It's not Sebi speaking, but him. Your voice. You broke your curse. Gasp. But how? Flash. A bright light envelops us, and for a few moments I have to close my eyes against its brightness. I reach out to grab my necklace, but it's gone. I open my eyes in panic, but the necklace is definitely not there. Lucette, the glass slippers. I glance down to see a pair of smooth glass slippers on my feet. Shing, 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 so shiny. You broke your curse by breaking mine. I hear the sound of shattering glass and turn to see Mithras staring at a broken vial. What is that? Frost has begun to form at his feet and now spreading up his legs. Gasp! What is happening? Always have a backup, as they say. Seems like you're the one who forgot the basics of combat. Never turn your back on an opponent unless you're sure they're dead. Your bloated ego does wonders in turning the tide of battle. Delora is now back on her feet and walking towards Mithras. She dusts off her dress as she moves. Delora is unharmed? You. But how? Did you really think I'd forgotten to conjure another shield? The frost has now made its way up to Mithras' neck. Inconceivable! A lowly witch like you could never cast as powerful a spell. Delora gestures at the glass shards on the floor. That's where Parfai's new special potion comes in handy. It makes my magic more powerful. The second most basic lesson is to never underestimate your opponent. Looks like you were the terrible pupil. Mithras opens his mouth to speak, or perhaps to scream, but by the time he opens his mouth, the frost has completely devoured him, leaving him nothing but an icy sculpture. Holy shit. Okay. Oh, man. Delora, Lucette is... Has her bleeding stopped? I think so. I cannot make out what they say after that. My world starts to spin and everything starts to blur, so I close my eyes. I feel Delora's hand on my forehead. The warmth relaxes me somewhat. We got you, princess. Hang in there, Lucette. My body becomes heavier by the second as I lean my head against Rod's chest. And then I feel myself falling into a never-ending darkness. When I open my eyes, the first thing I see are the soft rays of sunlight seeping through the window. I'm in my own room. I attempt to sit up and cringe when I feel a sharp pain in my shoulder. I reached out to touch it, only to realize that it has been neatly bandaged. Despite the injury, my body feels oddly light, stronger than it has ever been. I remember I placed myself in front of Viorica to stop Rod from hurting her. But where did the energy come from? Where did this energy come from? The door opens and Evangeline walks in with a tray of food in her hands. She stops when she realizes I'm staring at her and nearly drops the tray in her rush to stand beside me. Lucette, you're finally awake. I was so worried about you. I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. What are you talking about? It was mine, not yours. I remember bringing a knife to Rod, but I can't remember much what happened after that. Before or after that. Just that when I woke up in the throne room, I saw that you were bleeding in Rod's arms. I thought you were going to... The rest of Evangeline's words break to pieces as she begins to cry. I'm so sorry for forgetting about you. I made you work too hard while you were my personal maiden. One sec, everybody. Hi, buddy. Hi. What do you need? What do you need? Oh.
Let's go with me.
Okay. Go see Dad. What Daddy wants. Sometimes Oliver likes to stop by and say hi. So, there was the little goober. Alright. I shake my head with a sigh. It's not your fault I was cursed, Evangeline. But I look at her tear-stained face. She was not at fault, yet here she is crying. She really is a good person. I spread my arms. Lucette? I turn away, suddenly embarrassed. You look like you needed a hug. Evangeline stares at me for a few moments. I'm about to reconsider when I suddenly feel her arms around me. I'm so happy. I hug her back and stroke her hair. I can't help but smile at the warmth that spreads in my chest. Aww, friendship. Thank you. Also, if you're shipping them, this is great. Evangeline pulls back, her face full of concern. What will happen to you and Rod now? Oh, yeah. I saw how close you two got, but... And I saw how Rod looked at you last night. Wait, last night? So today is... my birthday. And the day I become the bearer. Is that the reason I feel so strangely energized? Oh! Evangeline walks up to one of the dolls, of my doll shelves and picks up the doll she had placed there months ago. Happy birthday. I meant to give this to you earlier as a surprise before you were... cursed. Anyway, I know it's not as pretty as the other dolls from your collection, but I hope that you like it. It is beautiful. Thank you. I take the doll in my arms as a knock sounds on the door. Come in. The door opens and Rob steps inside. His eyes widen when he sees Evangeline. Oh, I was just about to leave. Evangeline slides off my bed and heads to the door, but before she closes it, she turns to us once again. I know how complicated this will be for the both of you, but I want you to know that I will support you. Aw, that's good. So my lips are sealed. Evangeline winks before finally closing the door behind her. There was an awkward silence in the room before Rod approaches me and sits on the edge of the bed. How are you feeling? It still hurts, but I will be fine. What's wrong? I'm just not used to hearing your voice from your own lips. Oh? But I see that you still have Sebi with you. I've grown too fond of him to completely set him aside. He's helped me through a lot.
Bummer, I can't read his thoughts anymore.
There was never any need for you to do that in the first place.
Is that so?
Rod shakes his head and sighs silently. So what happened last night? How is it that you were able to break your curse? You did not kill Viorica. In the original fairy tale, the Little Mermaid could retain her humanity only if the prince loved her back. Though it never happens in the fairy tale, it's still an element of her curse. But still, because the prince never fell in love with her, the only way for the mermaid to live was to kill him. I fell in love with you unknowingly. When you told me you loved me as well last night, that broke my curse. Aww. I feel my cheeks turn warm. Rod coughs, his own cheeks flushed. So there you have it. The Little Mermaid never had a fairy tale ending, but I did. Aww. I never had to kill Viorica. But because my curse started with Viorica, I assumed it had to end with her too. It turns out that the person I loved just needed to love me back. I was mistaken. It never needed to be Viorica. I see. We stared at each other for a few moments, the awkward silence returning. I change the subject as quickly as I can. What became of Sir Mithros? Delora brought him to Lady Parfait. She is the one who will properly punish him. And what of Viorica? Delora returned to her home yesterday. She does not remember anything that happened. Everything is back to how it was then. You're back to being my stepbrother? I can't help but suddenly feel crestfallen at this truth. Blood binds, but so does sibling bonds. Rod and I can never have what either of us want. Pause. Stop. Hold on. Now, yes, I am super duper against the stepbrother, stepsister, lovey trope thing that usually comes up in a lot of like bad JRPG romances. But usually in those cases, they have been acting very friendly, or they've been acting very friendly to each other, and they've been acting like siblings through this entire story. They've only known each other for a year while they were step siblings, and not once did they have any sort of familial ties to one another, like at all. And it's purely by marriage, and they have not grown as siblings. It is not even a little bit, not even remotely like that. So while yes, the step-sibling relationship is gross, and I am super against it, this one does not like fit the icky factor that usually I associate with it, because again, they do not see each other as siblings ever. She's very clear about not seeing him as a brother figure, nor does she see her mom as the current queen as her mother. They've not grown up together. They essentially like entered the house in like a year ago, and they despised each other from the get-go. So while yes, they are siblings by marriage, they do not have that sibling relationship, which I have seen some gross step sibling stuff. Yes. It's so bad. Anytime it's like, especially when they like call each other sis or bro or any of that throughout there, and then like immediately turn around and go, she's not my sister, he's not my brother, I don't feel like that. And it's like, no. Also, when they like grow up together, like there's when you see again, like there's a difference when you see that familial relationship building versus like like they did not fall in love while they were considered step siblings. Like they knew, the two main characters knew that they were step siblings, but the relationship that they formed was not through family bonding. It was through, technically, kind of not a good one either. Technically, they fell in love with her being the maid to his sister, so technically as his employee. But again, not the worst. So while there is problematic stuff with that, it's not the worst. I've seen worse ones. I've seen the ones where like they grew up together for like years, considered each other siblings, but there were times that, I saw him and I didn't think of him as brother. It's like, nope, goodbye, chuck it out the window. Anyway, like this would be worse if this was like Rod and Evangeline, like a root between like that would be terrible. That would be garbage. The first route we did with Rumple, there's a 7-year gap there, which in like the grand scheme of things is not so bad until you like realize that she's 17, about to turn 18, and he's 24, which I have way more problems with. Besides the fact that he's also a garbage person in that route. I hate Rumple so much. He's awful. I will take the step-sibling route that doesn't feel like a step-sibling route, love interest, over that. But also, like, they're also royals. So there's a whole, I guess there's a whole thing there with that. Anyway, but again, this is why it's only my Rumple was 24. Yeah. And that bitch was complaining about being old when you found out how old he was. Like, he's like, oh my god, I'm so old. It's like, bitch, shut up. Also, you're now, like, with a 17... Stop. Anyway. Enough of that. We're about to finish Rod's route, and then I'm gonna show you all the bad end. But, yeah, this is the least... It's not my favorite one, but it does have its thing. I love Rod's character. Anytime there's like a sullen, somber character that doesn't show his affection, so when like he does show that he cares, it's just like a complete flush face. It's my favorite. But anyway. I don't want to forget these feelings I have for you, Lucette. If I had never made the deal with the witch, then maybe we might have actually been able to be together. But had you not been cursed, our paths never would have crossed. I reach for Rod's hand. He laces his fingers through mine with a small smile. I love you, Rod. I love you too. But... Rod leans forward and kisses my cheek. I know. Hydrate. 1 month later. Ever since I broke my curse and became the new Terran Bearer, I have been training under Parfait and Dolores so that I can learn to control my newfound powers. Drink, y'all thirsty bitches. I love you. I never wanted this responsibility, but it is a burden I was born into. It is necessary to help maintain the balance between light and dark that has been missing for so long. Now that I'm the new Tenrum bearer, Parfait wants the two of us to work together in maintaining that peace. I do not wish to cause any pain or suffering to the people, especially to the people whom I cherish. Sometimes I still wonder what Sir Mithras wanted me to do for him, but that's not important anymore. I still have much to learn about, but right now, as the new bearer, my priority is to get rid of the fairy tale curse once and for all. For the time being, everyone at the Marchen waited patiently for the day that I will learn to lift their curses. Since everything transpired, my relationship with Ophelia and Evangeline has improved. Evangeline is fond of calling me the best sister, even though I am the only one she has. My relationship with the king, however, has yet to be mended. I am doing my best to open up to him, to give him a chance, but the efforts are slow going. I do not ask why he acted the way he did in the past, but I know that in order to move forward, I must let go of the past. Growth. We love it. It's finally time. I've been waiting for this all day. I head back to my room to change my dress into something less conspicuous. Afterwards, I head into town and into the forest for my designated meeting. It is a relief the king allows me to leave the palace on my own. I would not have been able to come here with guards. I guess me being the Tenrum bearer puts him at ease. If the title reassures him and allows him to come out here on my own to meet Rod, then I am not complaining. Rod still uses the secret passage he has always used to sneak out of the palace. Evangeline knows about our secret meetings and helps to cover for our disappearance if necessary. It makes me happy that Evangeline approves our relationship, that we do not have to keep it secret from absolutely everyone. At first, Rod and I both attempted to keep our distance without making it seem too obvious to everyone around us. Though Ophelia seems to suspect something is going on between the two of us, she has not asked questions. Evangeline was not happy with our decision. She said she felt terrible that we would be forced to let go of something so precious on account of our titles. She was right. More than that, it was difficult for the two of us to deny our feelings for each other. In the end, we came up with a solution, even if it is temporary. We decided to secretly meet up in the forest every once in a while so that we could be together without any pretenses. Even just for a little while. When I catch sight of Rod, I run towards him and throw my arms around his neck. I feel Rod snuggle his face into the crook of my neck. Oh, it's so sweet. It's cute shit. May I have this dance? I take Rod's hand and begin dancing to a silent song. The first time I danced with him, it was to prove a point. It was when neither of us even liked each other. I remember this as I stare at him. What? Is there something on my face? I was just remembering how much you hated me back then, and now, here we are. Fate sure loves to toy with us. I smile at Rod. Just for a little longer. I want to be by his side. I do not know how long we can keep this up, but every day I wish for the same thing. I wish that I could live my life openly loving Rod. I wonder, would that dream ever be possible? Oh, can I skip this? Yes, thank God. Okay. Sorry, I just didn't... The credits in this are great, and they're amazing, but, yeah, no. Okay. So we are going to We're gonna go to the main menu. Yes. Here we go. And we are going to start a new game. Nope. We're gonna skip this. We're gonna assign it as her name. Gonna go through the Ice Princess. Right, it was so cute. Alright, and now we're gonna fast forward. Yes. We're fast forwarding through all of this. We are Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, thank God. I was like, don't conk out on me there. Okay, skip this. Yep. Okay, don't care. I have no questions. Fast forward. Sorry, I know this is like not very fun. Okay, great. So this is the first one. Is that how you truly feel? Alright, so we have our first he don't like you. We messed it up. We didn't get the little shimmery diamond at the end there, so we are now on our way to the bad route. So we are gonna fast forward again. Oh, I don't care about this guy. God. Leave me alone, you terrible garbage person. Okay. We're going to focus on Rod. Skip to the next choice. Rod. Skip to the next choice. Alright. Then we have this part here. Oh, I should have saved right before this. That's on me. Okay, we are going back to Rod's route. Okay. Ugh. Okay, so we're gonna save here. Return. All right. Skipping. Save this one. So, okay. Answer him. I'm here to break my curse. Rod switch changes. Talking about break my curse. 31. No, dang it. We're trying not. We'll avoid the question. We're trying not to. Okay, we know that that'll get us the bad ending, so go to the next choice. Okay. Well, I already know this one. This one is stay with the Mangeline. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't remember this one. Okay. Why do you want me out of the palace? I think that's... No! Dang it! I was getting these wrong so much during the actual play of this game, and now I'm like, apparently just really good at it now. Okay. I believe this one is tell him off. Tell him off. I think that's right. Yep. Do. Okay. Yes. Okay. I shouldn't be doing dancing. I think this one was accept. And then he doesn't like that you're being very, very upfront. And then we get the dance scene. And then we fast forward. Okay. And then save. And then this one is point out her mistakes. Oop, I didn't mean do that one. Okay. And then she gets frustrated. Okay, fast forward. I think this one is, I'm not. Okay. And, okay. There we go. Boom. Got that one. And this one is talk to him. I feel like I know that one pretty well. Talk to him. Okay. Fast forward. Okay. You're not doing a very good job. I think that's the one. What do you mean by that? You're not doing a very good job. Nope, that was, darn it. I don't think I think there's like a system where like, even if you get like a few wrong, as long as you get majority right and vice versa, but we're not here for that. We're here for the we're here for the completionist run. Anyway, okay, fast forward. Yep. Okay. I believe this one is to compliment him. Because you thank him originally. I think. Okay. Thank him. Thank you. Okay. Great. Boop. All right. And do not tell him. Okay, cool. So we got that one. And then I'm not here to judge you, I think is the one. Okay. Yep, okay. And this one is oh yeah, the noble lady's talking shit about the queen. This one I think you do tell him. Okay. And I believe this one is dismiss the gossip. Oh my god. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I hate this. Oh, I hate this so much. Going through all this and just like tearing it apart bit by bit. tell him off for his behavior? I think that's it, but I might be wrong. Nope, yep, okay. Okay, say nothing. Alright, go in. I think this one is get angry at him. The other one is pleading. Anyway, boop. And this one we know, because we were supposed to go warn her, and then what's his nuts gets over there. Okay. He is a friend. That's right. I remember like saying immediately that he's a friend is bad. Friend zoned Rod. Ooh. Let's see. Ask him? I think I was supposed to confront him in this one, so maybe I was supposed to confront him. I don't know. I think that was right. Okay. 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 I apologize as well. Because the kiss. That's right. Oh, and if you apologize, he's gonna be like, right, of course, we shouldn't have done that. Ah! Ooh, and then this one. How was the wedding? Like a dick nugget. Oh no, did I skip it? Oh no, I went too far. It's okay. We skipped the whole point of all of this, so I'm gonna go back. We're gonna go back. Yes, I understand I goofed. But good thing I saved beforehand, so. Okay. We need to go here. Alright. How was the wedding? Bad. It was bad. That's all you need to know. Okay. Just super bad. I apologize. I should not have asked that. Rod looks at me surprised, then to my shock he starts chuckling. Why are you laughing? You look like a criminal caught in the act of a crime. I apologize for trying to be sensitive, Your Highness. Oh God. Without realizing it, I smile back at him. It looks like Rod has finally learned to converse with me normally. I hope this will not be the last time I see him smile like this. Ooh, girl! Ooh, I'm tired, Lucette. I will now retire for the night. Rod looks at me again and smiles. Good night, Lucette. Oh, was I not supposed to ask him about the wedding? Wait. Hold on. Load. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're supposed to be like, are you all right? Like, duh, of course he's not all right. So, that, and go, and stop. Pot, stop. Okay. And stop. Okay, great. Okay, here we go. Woo! I push open the door. I find Rod kneeling down. Evangeline lies on the floor in front of him, unconscious. Evangeline! She's fine. She's just asleep. Something glints in Rod's hand. Even from a distance, I know that is the same knife Evangeline was holding earlier. Out of the corner of my eye, I see someone slouched against one of the pillars. Viorica? I I rush to her side, then sigh in relief when I see the gentle rise and fall of her chest. She's still alive. How did she get there? Here. It was Sir Mithros' plan. I remember walking back to my room after talking with you. I blacked out, and when I came to, I was already in here with Viorica. I've already checked on her. She seems to be under some kind of sleeping spell. Em came in just a few moments ago, passing me the knife, and then simply collapsed after begging me to kill Viorica. I think Em is under a spell as well. Rod glances down at the knife in his hand, expression glassy. Em almost convinced me. She pleaded that I not leave any of them behind. It's not as if I want to die and leave my family, but... He stares at the knife for a few moments, then curses as he slams his fist into the ground. I can't kill her. Why would Sir Mithros want me to do this? Guilt floods my chest, making it difficult to breathe. I was the one who asked Sir Mithros to help Rod. He said he knew how to break his curse. But I did not realize that in order to break his curse, I needed to kill this person. He needed to kill the person he loved. Hey.
Are you going to be able to do bedtime?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're taking a bath.
Okay. I relied entirely on the story Evangeline told me, and that was my biggest mistake. I should have read the full fairy tale. I could never kill her. Such a shame. Sir Mithros emerges from the shadows, looking at us with disappointment. To break his curse, Prince Rod must kill his beloved with the knife his sister has brought him, just like in the fairy tale. Mithros turns to Rod. And here I thought that your sister might be able to change your mind. You were, after all, supposed to do this of your own accord. I was wrong. I shouldn't have underestimated your stubbornness. Casting a spell on you would have solved this problem entirely. Why are you doing this? Well... Sir Mithros shifts his gaze to me. Rod follows his gaze to me and raises his eyebrows. Hey, Ken! Good evening. There's no use lying to him now. We're in the middle of, the bad end. We're about to see what happens during the bad ending. We've already done the good ending. It was beautiful and great and emotional. Anyway. I asked Sir Mithros to help me break your curse. You what? I didn't know that you were meant to kill Viorica. Rod shakes his head, his face marred with disappointment. Anyone who tried to help me will inevitably make things harder for me, Lucette. I wanted to help you, Rod. I've already made up my mind. If you really want to help me, then please respect my decision. Please. Shame, and here I thought I would be witnessing a dramatic finale tonight. Sir Mithros starts to walk away. I'm about to chase after him, but then I realize there is nothing else he can do. Rod has made his decision. I feel my heart plummet as I slowly nod at him. So... there really is no other way. I could never break my curse like this. Viorica was my first love. And my good friend. And besides that, my love for her faded a long time ago. She's been... replaced. You've been my beloved for quite some time already, Lucette. Ooh! Ooh, they gasp! Oh, but it doesn't matter, does it? I will die soon. Rod. I feel a heavy weight on my chest, as if some force is crushing my heart. I'm sorry. I promised myself that I would save your life, but I failed. I blink back the tears that are brimming in my eyes. Rod stands, then moves over to stand before me. He places a hand on my cheek. You've done nothing wrong, Lucette, so please don't blame yourself. What did I expect to happen? Even if Rod had killed Viorga today, he would have carried that burden for the rest of his life. And all because I asked a witch to make him do something he didn't want to do in the first place. Rod reaches for Sebi and places him in my hands. Oh no! Ugh. Once the clock strikes 12, I'm going to disappear. It's really a shame that I'll be disappearing on your birthday. What a shitty birthday present. It would have been nice to celebrate this one with you. Oh no. Oh no. Promise you'll take care of my family for me. There must be another way. We cannot just go just yet. I'm sorry, Lucette. I cannot even bring myself to consider what is happening. Panic engulfs my senses as I stare at Rod, who's becoming translucent. Oh, and the clock sounds in the background? Oof. Oh no! Rod, you are... If only I could be with you and everyone else just for a bit longer. Despite the fact that his words waver, when Rod looks at me, his smile is bright and warm. My vision blurs as tears gather in my eyes. I like you, Lucette. If we had more time together, I think I would have grown to truly love you. Ow! In the next instant, his body is dissolved into soft orbs of light. The light gathers in the air, then begins to fade. I'm so sorry. Home dude just disappears. He just disappears into bubbles, into light. Just gone. Like, in Rumpel's route, he gets stabbed, which is unfortunate and sad. But so just buy, yeah, exactly. It's so sad. It's so sad. So, we can... No, we can't go there. Okay. I think... Is this right before... I think this one is right before we make our choice. Nope. That isn't... Oh yeah, no, it is. It is. Okay. I think so. Nope. Okay, that's right. Okay. So, we have to go to the main menu. Yes. Okay. I'm going to try and get us to the point, because we are now going to Karma's route. So we have to start all over again. Whee! Isn't this fun? Isn't this just so much joy, so much light I'm bringing into everybody's lives? So we need to fast forward through all of this. Fast forward through all of that. We already know the prologue. We already know how this goes. My computer is very confused about that choice that I have made. We're gonna go left. And this is the first time we do see Karma. Well, actually, no, it's not. This is not the first time we see Karma. We see Karma earlier in... I hear a crying baby. There's a sad boy somewhere in the house. So we are going to fast forward through this part too, because we've seen all of this. You all have seen all of this before. Nothing about this is new, and eventually I need to need to save before I get to either of these points. Next choice. And we don't care about Rod at this point. We've already seen all of your ends. We love you, baby. Love you, sweet baby boy. Stay silent. I don't care about you neither. Psst. Like, go if you really want to see this game play. Or if you want to play this game, excuse me, if you want to play this game for yourself, please go and support it on Steam. It's free. So if you want to see Rumple's good end, you can do that. I'm very satisfied seeing his bad end. I don't care for Rumple's route at all. Okay, but yes, now here we are. We're gonna save, and we are going to pair up with Karma. All right. Still more phrasing, but here for it. This is all I do. Okay. I find Karma sitting quietly at the bar. I thought he was the picture of elegance when I saw him at the toy shop, but he's really just conceited. We got another conceited guy who likes to flirt with people. I walk over to where he is. Oh, Princess Lucette. Oh, sorry, that's my B. I shouldn't have used that voice. So Karma's character. We will go through and discuss more and find out more about his character, but Karma is a man that dresses in that wears dresses. I do not believe the creators were intending for this character to be transphobic. I think it is valid for you to identify as a man and wear dresses. You can do that. Sometimes some characters misgender Karma because he is wearing a dress. But I do not believe this character is a making fun of trans men or trans women. There is a reason, but also it is valid for you to identify as he, him, and a man, and wear dresses. So, just wanted to put that out there real fast, because we here at Slady's ATL are, we support trans rights, we support trans individuals. If you are a TERF, get the fuck out. I don't think I would probably play this game if they did have transphobic stuff in this game, but I also can't remember if they do. It's been a while since I've played it, but I think the only thing about this game is that he identifies as a man and he wears a dress. So, just wanted to put that out there before we continue on. Anyway. Princess Lucette, you look stunning as always in your work clothes. He must be mocking me. It does not matter. I'm here because I want you to teach me about goodness. Not even a compliment in return. I'm rather offended. Relax, Princess. I'm just teasing you. I noticed. Now, can you answer my question? Princess, you do so wound me. This is going nowhere. Maybe I should ask someone else. Princess, wait. You made the right decision in coming to me for help. I assure you. The best people, Princess, look beautiful. The way you look outside has to match what you have inside. How is that supposed to help me? Are you implying that I'm not beautiful? Of course not. I only suggest that you smile more often. Ooh! Mm-hmm. Smiling will not help me accomplish a good deed. Ooh, I hate it. Just smile more, and smiling has nothing to do with beauty. Oh dear, I'm afraid that's not true at all. People who are beautiful smile all the time. Right, Sarah? Just like, like myself. He's not helping at all. Don't give me that look, darling. A real smile lifts the heart and takes stress off the mind. And? Well, in order to do good, you must first change yourself. Make yourself more beautiful on the outside and the inside. I really don't know why I came to him for advice. But what did I expect from such a flamboyant man? Aw, thanks for the gift, Suvkin. He's as shallow as a puddle of water. Wow. I stare in horror at the floor. Oh, yeah. And this is the part where Broomy gets real excited about cleaning the floor. You're going to talk to Karma again. I find Karma sitting at one of the tables, looking out the window. You're being quiet today. What a rare sight. Oh, Princess! Why would you be surprised to see me? Because it's an honor every time you visit me. Oof. Have you come for my advice? See, Karma's as bad as Rumple, but it's... I want you to tell me how to do a good deed. My, so straightforward. What is he talking about? It's really simple. You just do something without strings attached. No strings attached? Yes, you do something for someone without asking them to pay you back. It's hard to wrap my head around doing such a thing. Why would I do something without needing to? Have you done such a thing for someone before? Of course I have, Princess. That was a long pause. It was only a thoughtful one. Right. Is that all? Oop, I believe so. That tidbit of wisdom ought to serve you well. Oliver! Look at you in your Minecraft shirt. Come here. Oof. All right, buddy. Is it time to go night-night?
Yeah.
All right. Can you say night-night to everybody?
Night, everybody.
Oh, wait, Oliver, this is very important. How old are you?
I'm 4.
You're 4?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Did you have a birthday?
Yeah.
You had a birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right. Can you blow everyone a kiss? Mwah.
Mama.
Blow it to the camera. Go, mwah.
Mama.
All right. Can you go pick out the books you want to read? And be careful stepping over the yarn. Okay. His birthday was yesterday. We had 3 birthdays. It was an ordeal. But with that, I need to go put the little one to bed. So we are going to take a little break, about 15-20 minutes. So during this time, please go get something to drink, go stretch, go use the facilities, go get a snack. And we will be back with more Cinderella Phenomenon. If you want to get more updates on when I'll be playing games, when I'll be done with this blanket, and other things that are going on at Slady's ATL, please join our Discord and check out our YouTube where all the videos from our Twitch get uploaded. Alright, we got books, so that means it is time for me to get on break. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, welcome back everybody. Hope you all were able to get some victuals, some snacks, something to drink. And we are beginning Karma's route. Hi Jill, welcome. Yes, you will definitely need to watch the beginning of the stream when I'm all done, to see how Rod's route ended, and you and I can scream about it in the Discord chat. It'll be great. So far, Karma has been kind of a watered down version of Rumple. Not as bad, but still like pretty flirty, pretty like, you're beautiful when you smile. And it's like, uh-huh. Okay. Jill, you've already played through Karma's Root, so you already know what's about to happen. That's fine. Anyway. So, I've got some cashews here, because I'm really hungry. It's almost like I'm growing a whole other person, which, by the way, if anybody's curious, oh, I know, Jill, I played this entire game backwards and forwards, essentially. If anyone's curious, we are in week 30 of my pregnancy, so making our way. We got 2 more months, essentially, before little baby Maya joins the world. So, yeah. Hey, Nick. I don't want to slap Rumple. I just don't want to deal with him anymore. I did his route. It's done. It's over with. Making your way downtown, walking fast, sleeping. I'm so glad that Nick is on her side about how just garbage Rumple was. Like, it's not bad. I mean, he's bad in comparison to, like, everybody else in this game. But, I mean, I've played some dating games and I'm just like, ooh, this is toxic. Ooh, this is bad. Nick has some opinions, I love it. Anyway, let's go back to Karma's Root. I love it. Good. We're gonna save here. This is important. Okay. A month has passed. A month has passed and I have yet to complete even one good deed. Not for any lack of trying, though. I've been asking around for advice on how to be a good person and received various answers. What makes someone good? I'd say being selfless. I think it's important that you consider another person's feelings. Patience. The ability to soothe even the most broken of hearts. Forget I asked. Bravery. Loyalty. You must be beautiful both on the inside and out. This is dating sim hour during his charity stream, but now I'm seriously considering playing them myself. I'm starting to love them. The dating sims are really fun. Some of them can be, like, absolutely hot garbage. Like, I've been spoiled by Cinderella Phenomenon, because it does have some of the bad tropes that dating sim games have, that are like kind of directed towards women and young girls, young teenage girls, where there's definitely, like, it's a little problematic and it's definitely, like, played up for drama, but for a game that looks this good with soundtrack and develops story and plot for free, and they just came out with a sequel. I haven't played the sequel yet, but yes, this is a very chill, like, play at your own pace, and they very obviously have, like, you know, the backtrack, you can see your log of answers and everything like that. You can set the pace for it to auto read to you, or you can just click the button, or you can skip all this and just jump to the options if you're weird. But yes, I love these dating games. They're so much fun. I don't know what I'm gonna play after this. This was, like, the one I was really hyped about, besides the sequel after this, so. But anyway. Right. Must it be all of these things in order to be good? According to Parfait, I cannot just pretend. It has to come from my heart. I place my hand on my chest, the steady pulse of my heartbeat. It will not be easy. Alright. Just want to make sure I save. Because I don't want to have to come back to this again. I close my eyes thinking about the possible ways I might be able to break my curse. But at the end, my mind is blank. Mother, what am I supposed to do? A dream? Oh. Your personal feelings are nothing but a weakness for others to exploit. That is why you do not show them. You only show them that you are strong. Yes, Mother. You must not let false kindness deceive you. People will use niceties to trick you into exploiting your weak emotions. But you can trust me, Lucette. I will never hurt you. I will never lie to you. I am all you need. I love you, Lucette. I love you too, Mother. So creepy. How are those lessons of yours going? I hope you're not giving anyone a difficult time. I'm the only one having a difficult time. Have you tried pairing up with someone? Pairing up? Some of the people in the tavern pair up to assist each other. Two heads are better than one, as they say. It's not a bad idea, but the problem is with her. Who's going to volunteer to pair up with the Ice Princess? She has a point. People may not glare at me anymore, but it doesn't escape me that I'm still disliked. Most of the boarders at the Marchand volunteered to help her, remember? I haven't heard any of them retract their offers. It's only a matter of time. Stop it, Delora. It's your choice, Princess. Pairing up is only a suggestion. Would pairing up with someone really help me break my curse? What if they end up being what if they end up being an annoyance instead? Princess? Excuse me, Princess? I'm sorry for disturbing you, but you've been staring at your tray and the customer is waiting for his order. Of course. Delora has me helping Anise today. The Marchand is unexpectedly busy and they cannot keep up with all the customers. Stop daydreaming, Lucette. Food doesn't deliver itself. I do not need you to tell me that. I stretch out on my bed. The stiff mattress does little to soothe my aching muscles. I was on my feet the entire day, struggling to keep up with the steady stream of people that came into the Marchand. I have never seen the Marchand this busy. I roll into my stomach and bury my face into my pillow. My arms and leg protest the movement. I refuse to live this type of life much longer. I need to break this curse as soon as possible. Why don't you pair up with someone? Goodness. There we go. Bam. Pairing up might not be such a bad idea. Alright. Finally, we get the choices. Alright. Do. Bam. Secret practices. I decide to go search for Karma as soon as I'm done with Mr. Broom. Or as soon as it's done with me. He should be sitting at the bar at a table. I find him at the usual table, talking to Walt, who has his hands on a box. Why, if it isn't the princess! Lovely morning, isn't it? It's the same as any other. Nonsense! Every morning... I don't know why I'm doing this voice, I feel bad. Every morning brings new opportunities. Right, Waltz? I guess so. Every day there's another chance for a good deed, Princess. Right. No clever comments today, Princess? I do so enjoy them. Maybe coming to Karma was a bad idea. I would love to stay and offer advice, but Walt and I better be off. We have work to do. You mean that you're going to put me to work? Work? Parfait asked us to pick up some provisions for the tavern. She asked us, but in the end it will be me carrying everything. You'd make a lady carry everything? Karma suddenly stops, then whirls to look at me with wide eyes. Oh! I cannot say that I like the glimmer in his eyes. How would you like to help, Princess Lucette? I'm sure this would count as one of your good deeds. I'm pretty sure that's not how this works. Oh, Waltz, you're no fun. Helping Karma carrying things does not sound pleasant, but... I'll go. Lay gasp. Truly? Oh my, Walt, it seems I will not be requiring your assistance today. Princess, are you sure? Perhaps this might be considered good. Besides, I'll finally get to leave this place for the first time since I've been here. I'm sure. Okay, take good care of the princess, Karma. Of course. For the rest of the day, Karma takes me to different shops around the town, reading off a long list and giving me the coin to buy things. I notice that the townspeople treat me nicely when the two of us are together. I do not understand why everyone likes Miss Karma so much, but maybe it's because they do not really know him. We stop in the middle of the town and sit in a small cafe on the outskirts to take a break. Miss Karma is still the picture of elegance. Why do you dress like a woman? Gasp. Darling, not so loud. Why is this even a secret? It's related to my curse. I mentioned that before, didn't I? What was your curse again? Karma was one of the only people at the tavern who did not share what his curse was. It's knowing my curse even so important? You know what my curse is, so tell me what yours is. You dragged me around town to help you carry your things. But Princess, those weren't even my things. They weren't mine either. Okay, I'll tell you, though it is very sad. I do not think a curse is meant to have a happy ending. Or a happy thing. I have the beauty's curse. It is what forces people to fall in love with me every time they see my handsome face. Is that really a curse? It doesn't seem awful at all. Terrible, isn't it? Just grueling. It's terrible. Gasp. What? Most people don't agree with me. It doesn't make sense for a witch to cast a good curse on you. I guess it doesn't, does it? Thank you, Princess Lucette. Why is he thanking me? Still, it feels like I'm missing something. Is that really the entirety of his curse? But don't people fall in love with you when you're a woman as well? No, princess, that love is admiration or appreciation, sometimes lust. And when you're a man? They swarm me like moths to light. It becomes suffocating. Whom does it affect? The curse only affects women. It's a condition of the curse that they be a woman and that I be a man. It's part of the fairy tale. Which fairy tale? The one with... Oh! Karma suddenly stands up and points at a man selling red apple like candies. He pulls me over, insisting that we try one. I try to bring up the subject of the curse again, but to no avail. Karma somehow manages to be distracted for the rest of the day and is able to effectively dodge my questions. Is Karma hiding something from me? Why would he? I thought pairing up meant helping each other break our curses. Does he not want to break his curse? Oh, thank you so much, Lucette. We're in dire need of these supplies. I supervised her well, didn't I? Of course, dear. He did not do anything. Le gasp. Princess, you wound me. It's the truth. But we had that nice talk. You avoided half of my questions. Karma lets out an exasperated sigh that becomes a very forced yawn. I'm going to bed. Today has been a tiring day. Please excuse me, darlings. Sleep well. Sleep well, Karma. Karma walks away, leaving me alone with Parfait. Sorry for hitting the microphone. I do it every time. Oh my god. He's not so bad, you know. I do not know why I agreed to work with him. Give him a chance, Lucette. I did not get a single good deed today. It's not just about the act, but about the intentions. Did Karma just use me then? I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Tonight I will rethink my partnership. I barely slept that night. When I wake up the next day, my body is sore from carrying supplies around town yesterday. The more I think about Karma, the more my anger boils inside of me. How could I not have gotten a good deed yesterday? I decide to find him first thing in the morning. I see him at his usual table, once again staring out the window. A dark aura seems to surround him, and I notice that no one is sitting with him today. Karma? He keeps staring outside, and his eyes are glassy. Karma? Le gasp. Oh, Princess, good morning. It's far from a good morning. Did you not sleep at all last night? What a shame. His voice is surprisingly cold, his tone rather dismissive. I was too busy thinking about yesterday. You told me that helping you would maybe help me complete a good deed. I point at my necklace, which hasn't changed at all since I received it. Do you see? Not another piece. You get pieces added to your glass slipper. That's charming. I was thinking that pairing up with you was a bad idea. Gasp. Princess, did you just say that you were paired up with me? I did. You must have known. Oh my, I assumed that you just wanted to help me. I didn't know we were pairing up with anyone. That's right. I never told him directly I wanted to partner up. Should I have? It's important to let people know. Well, it does not matter what I say anymore because I do not think you can help me. Princess, I can't help you do a good deed. You have to do them on your own. I can present you with opportunities, though. Opportunities. We start first by thawing the ice around your heart. So even Karma is calling me the Ice Princess. At least I speak my mind and don't pretend to be someone I am not. I do not promise things I cannot deliver either. Princess, I do believe you misinterpreted my words yesterday. That is not my fault. Patience is a virtue. Now, if you could, I would like some time alone. I did not sleep well yesterday. Didn't sleep well? Oh dear, that makes all three of us. I don't know who this person is. I don't care about you! Go away! I turn around to see Rumple appear at the front door. He strides towards the table with a confident grin on his face and then takes another seat. Fuck off! Karma lets out a sigh. Foul man, what are you doing here? You flirt with a man once and he hates you, is that it? No, you flirt with a man and then you insult him unnecessarily. Oh, I thought that was all in good fun. Something about the expression on Rumple's face tells me that it is not true at all. Rumple, go away, you fucking turf. Anyway, are they always going to be at each other's throats now? I didn't mean to call him that. He's just an asshole. What are you doing here, Rumple? I couldn't help but overhear that you were looking for a partner, Princess. I thought I might offer my assistance since I know that I can make you far happier than this fool over here. Oh my god, I hate him so much. Would you like me to hit you again? What's the problem, sir? I only came to provide assistance where you could not. Rumple turns to me, grabs my hand, and winks at me. Ugh! Ugh! What do you say, Princess? We could be wonderful partners, and in no time at all, I swear I would have your heart aflutter. Ooh! Before I can slap his hand away, Karma slaps him instead. Karma! Yes! I cannot help the surprise on my face. Would you like another slap? I am in no mood for pleasantries today. I don't know how I ever mistook you for a lady. You're the most brutish man here. Slap! More slaps! A slap for each cheek, darling. Would you like a third? Slap, slap. Rupel stands abruptly from the table and glares at Karma. I can almost see electricity bouncing between the two of them as they stare over my head at each other. I see Jurian walk towards us with a stern look on her face. I would never hurt a person unnecessarily. I don't resort to violence. My, then that gives me all the openings I need. We're just having a slap Rumple fight. I love it. I don't think... I mean, I'm just gonna get it out of my system, and if it's the right choice, great. If it's not, we'll go back and stand up for him. But we are playing Karma's route. We have to remember this. Yes, I lean forward to slap Rumple from his blind side. Le gasp! Both of the men stared, yeah. Oh, I knew it! I knew it! That's what I thought. I was like, yeah, no, that doesn't feel good. I mean, it felt good for me as a person, but, yeah. God damn it. No matter how annoying Rumple is, I don't think he deserves to be abused so much. Besides, Karma does not usually lash out like this. I moved to stand in front of Rumple. They gasp. Princess? This is pathetic, Karma. I know you're not in the mood for pleasantries, but that is no excuse to hurt Rumple. Princess, please move. You're acting like a petulant child. Fine. You're right. I wasn't expecting him to easily admit to a mistake. I turned to Rumple. I was only standing up for you, Rumple, because Karma is annoying me. I looked down at my necklace, but there is no extra piece. So that wasn't a good deed either. Alright, what's happening over here? Jurian comes to stand in front of us, her expression stern. Oh, nothing, my sweet. I was just showing myself out. Thank you, Princess Lucette. Ugh, go away. Please go away. Rumple leaves and I'm alone with Karma. He slumps back into his chair. After making sure that he won't do anything rash again, Jurian leaves us. I'm sorry, Princess. It appears I really am being a child. I was being a child. Rumple is harmless, and there was no reason for me to act as uncivilized as I did. What would Father think? Father? Oh, it's nothing. But please, if you would, can you give me some time alone? Fine. I leave Karma sitting there by himself and return to the front of the tavern, where Anise has more chores waiting for me. Today I have to work as a server, which is still better than working with Mr. Broom. Mr. Broom is the greatest character in here. The usual people are at the tavern, and I overhear conversations as I work. At one point, Garland walks over to the bar, and Anise serves him a drink. He looks sullen, and I watch him curiously for a few moments. Then I notice he's staring at Jurian, who's talking sternly to two drunken men, continuously clacking their bottles together at the table. If you make too much of a scene here, you're going to bother the other customers. But the same people are here all the time, eh? We're not bothering anyone, hun. Oof. Garland is just like, do I need to fight? Garland looks so agitated. What's wrong with him? It's because of the misogyny. I will not stand to have you call me that again. Loosen up, woman. You may have been a knight at the palace before, but you got no such title now. Ooh. Ooh. Garland stands up, and I can see silent anger in his eyes. A few people at the bar look up at him with worry. Don't be a white knight. I have no titles, but I still demand respect. Sir Garland? Are you okay? He looks back at us almost like he's coming out of a trance. I'm fine. Sorry about that, ladies. He sits back down, glancing once more at Jurian as she continues speaking to the men. Garland ain't a white knight. They glance at Garland warily, their expression more somber. Why is he acting this way? Garland's usually more composed. Princess, is something on your mind? No. I brush all thoughts of what just transpired from my mind as I return to my work. Hours go by, and my body protests to all the leaning that I've done. Even though I had to carry a lot around town yesterday, it was nice to be out for a while. Maybe I'm better off helping him just to avoid the chores in here. At least that stops me from being worked to the bone. Oh, Princess, you're doing very well today. I always perform like this. But today you're delivering everything really quickly. Do you mean to say that I don't perform well on other days? Gasp. No, Princess, I only mean to say that today your performance is even better than normal. Is that supposed to be a compliment? I walk away from my niece, who stares after me sadly. If she wanted to give me a compliment, she could have said something that wasn't so backhanded. As the tavern clears for the day, I finally have time to sit down and relax. As I'm sitting there, Waltz pulls up a chair and sits in front of me. Hello, Princess. I heard from my niece that you were excellent at your job today. Congratulations on improving. Princess? So you're mocking me now, too? Princess, I think you're taking things too seriously. The intention of a compliment is to, well, compliment someone. We're not making fun of you. You're implying that I'm not normally as good at this. We never said you weren't good at this, only that you were better today. Let me give you an example. I put on puppet shows for kids. Sometimes the children come to me and say that the show is even better than usual. So the children are telling you that your shows aren't normally satisfactory. Oh, I keep forgetting how, terrible she is at the beginning. It's great. Not at all. The children always smile, regardless of whether they really like the show. So long as they try your best, that's all that matters. The people at the bar are always smiling when you deliver food to them, aren't they? No, no one likes me here. Maybe if you smiled, they would smile back. What is up with this smiling business? I'm not going to smile for any of them. I do not owe them anything. You don't need to owe anyone a smile. Any smile that isn't owed is fake. Princess, I'm leaving Waltz. I want some time to myself. I walk upstairs to my bedroom, pointedly ignoring the look of sadness on Walt's face. I have been sleeplessly laying on my bed for hours. Sometimes I hear sounds of people walking through the hallway. Who would be up at this time of night? I need to leave and get some fresh air. It's eerily quiet at night. I stop when I hear faint sounds coming from outside. What is that? Ugh. This blanket is big. Go outside. Duh. Well, I did say I needed some fresh air. No point in backing out now. I walk to the front door. Princess? Gasp. I turn and see Delora looking at me with amusement flickering in her eyes. Princess, what are you doing? Getting some fresh air. It's dangerous out at night, you know. You can't keep me inside like some caged bird. I didn't say you had to stay inside. I said it was dangerous. You might need to get your ears checked. Then there won't be any problem with me going out right now. Princess, you only hear what you want to hear. You can't go outside without an escort. I'm not going to go far. Before Delora can stop me, I walk out the front door and head to the direction of the sounds. You must be the most disobedient princess I have ever met. And you must be the most annoying witch. Oof. Dora lets out an undignified snort. She catches up to me. Darn you! Even then, I won't. No! I'm so bad. I'm so bad at this game. Remain inside. Okay. A second thought, maybe it would be dangerous. Thanks, Jill. Thanks for helping me. I turn to see Delora look at me with amusement flickering in her eyes. Did you come down to visit Mr. Broom or something? I didn't know you two had gotten so close. We haven't. It's a joke, Princess. You really don't have a sense of humor, do you? I think it was you who does not have a sense of humor. Snappy as a crocodile, as always. So what are you doing down here? She couldn't sleep. Me too. I heard some sounds. I just wanted to see where they were coming from. Sounds? Are you really spooked by some of the sounds of the forest? Or are you just too curious for your own good? Curiosity killed the cat, you know. I didn't ask for your opinion, witch. Oof. Well, the both of us could use some fresh air, don't you think? I stare at her in surprise. Come on, I know a place we can go. The indicator is great. Delora and I eventually find ourselves in the forest. Those sounds, it sounds like metal against metal. Well, I guess with you being partnered with Karma, you would find out eventually. Excuse me? I get the answer to my question when we walk through the trees and come into a clearing. I finally see where the sounds are coming from. Yes! Two men stand in the clearing, swords clashing. One of the men is Garland, who is poised with a sword. It takes me a moment to realize the other is Karma, who isn't in a dress. So it was he who was with Waltz that night. Swords! Neither he nor Garland notices at first. We love swords. Princess, you're staring. Of course I am. What is all of this? A practice session. Karma is a very talented swordsman, and he needs practice at night with either Jurian or Garland, depending on who's not on patrol. Karma can use a sword that well. The king told me once that only knights could have such skill. Just who is Karma? Oh, if it isn't the princess. They gasp. His voice is nothing like the feminine voice I always hear from him. Karma actually sounds like a man. I notice him looking at me in between his strides with a little smile. How does he remain so composed and steady with a distraction? Princess? Karma quickly finds an opening in Garland's hesitant stance and then pins him to the ground with his sword, still smiling. To be distracted is to die, Garland. I know. We love swords! The ability to see distractions and then put them in the back of your mind is one very knight should hone. Every knight should hone. You must know everything that is happening around you, but only deal with the pertinent things. Yes, sir. Karma straightens, the sword in hand. Moments later, Garland stumbles to his feet and gives an obedient bow. Karma nods at him before sheathing his sword. A slow melancholy begins to creep into my heart. For some reason, seeing the sword practice makes me nostalgic, though I'm not sure why. What are you practicing for? To protect Princess. Knowing the sword is the same as knowing the shield. It's a means to protect. To protect and attack. I think I remember having this kind of conversation with them before. I can never figure out how to counter an opponent when they're mere inches from my face. My commander called that one the enemy's kiss, a standoff where your eyes lock into your opponents because of the proximity. The best way to counter that is to feint the sword in the opposite direction. It throws your opponent off because they're not looking. Oh, that makes sense. But the enemy's kiss, what a name, right? Oh my god. It seems so dramatic for a sword move, doesn't it? A sword play is dramatic, though, isn't it? Isn't the most effective swordplay not meant to be flashy? Princess, I didn't notice you there. Good morning, Princess. Well, the most effective swordplay cannot be predicted. The commander says it needs to be robust and quick. Sometimes swordplay can look like dancing, though, which is why some think that professionals are flashy. That seems unnecessary. Everyone has their own methods, their own skill. All of us knights fight for different reasons as well. Isn't it to protect all of us in the palace? Well, yes, but we protect everyone in the castle for different reasons, Princess. The knights protect for different reasons. I turned to Karma. But Karma, you're not a knight. No, I'm most definitely not. But since Garland and Jurian begged me to teach them, I have somehow become their mentor. There's no way Garland or Jurian would do that. After all, both of them are the best knights in Angelia before they were stripped of their titles. Karma actually speaks the truth. Juri and I really did have to get down on our knees and beg for him to instruct us. What? Is Karma really so talented? So you're finally impressed with me. What do you think, Princess? Am I the picture of elegance in this outfit, aren't I? You know, I don't know why you and Rumple fight so often. You really are very similar. No! No, they ain't! Don't compare me to that fool. He has no class. Just because you come from different backgrounds doesn't mean he has less class. So the reason you were so tired today is because you were doing these practices at night? Ho ho, I suppose I've been caught red-handed. Why does this have to be a secret? Does it have to do with Karma's curse? But he's not in disguise now. We could have been working on breaking our curse today, but no, you decided that staying up late into the night and practicing was more important. That was probably why you were grumpy this morning. Well, our practice is vital, don't you think? Garland, you are at the palace. How is it that Karma possesses more skill than with the sword than you? Rude? Sorry, it's just... Princess! Karma is special, Princess. He's more talented with the sword than a lot of other people. I do pride myself on being a splendid instructor. But never fear, Princess. I will help you dispel your curse. After all, you did just suggest that we were still partners. Can you really help me with my curse? But how will you do that by just presenting opportunities? We'll try again tomorrow, darling, but for now, Garland and I have some more work to do. Sword work. Work with our swords, together, alone. This time, Garland, do not lose focus. Yes, sir. The sound of swords carries through the night air, and for a long while I stand with Delora watching the two men fight. Man. Karma chides Garland often, telling him that his concentration is waning. Karma is a good swordsman, perhaps even better than the palace knights. His nimble sword play repeats again and again in my head, even when I return to the tavern for the night. His nimble sword play. I'm so sorry, everybody. Phrasing. I have water here. I'm not that thirsty. Lucette, I've told you before that the knights are an unruly bunch. But Mother, they are so much fun to watch. They are dangerous, Lucette. Any person with a sword has the potential to use it on you. But Father says that those knights are supposed to protect me. That they are, as that is their order. But as people, they may not be so good, Lucette. Not so good? The king has told you that the knights are meant to use swords to protect you, but you cannot trust them completely. Even though Father said they would said that it would keep me safe. Wow. Sometimes the people we trust are the most deceitful. And a man with a sword has a weapon to use against you, no matter what he says. Be wary that he can turn on you. Haven't I told you before that you should not trust people? But the knights are... Even knights can be treacherous, Lucette. Do not trust a man with a sword. He can be dangerous. Yes, Mother, I understand. Try to understand, my sweet. I only want you to be safe. Yes, I understand. Trauma! Oh, right. Jurian, if you don't come at me like you truly mean to stab me, you'll never land a hit. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. It's been about 2 weeks since I first saw Karma here in the forest practicing with Garland. I've come here every night since then, though I never stay long as Karma since I actually have work to do in the morning. Alright, here I come. Their two swords clash. Karma laughs as he throws Jurian back. He taps her lightly on the shoulder with his sword. That makes 4 hits. That one was easy. Is that the best you can do, Jurian? I notice that every time Karma practices with Jurian, he's in Miss Karma disguise. He says it's because of the curse and because he doesn't want Jurian to fall in love with him. Isn't he being overdramatic? I doubt someone like Jurian can fall in love with Karma. Be subtle and quiet. Garland tells me that you're usually good at that. I am, sir. Then why the exception today? Sir. Darling, it wouldn't happen to be because of the way I'm dressed, would it? Are you still not used to it? They gasp. Hit the nail on the head, haven't I? It's not very chivalrous to hurt a lady, of course, but the topic applies to men as well. But that logic applies to men as well. An enemy is an enemy, Jurian, even if your enemy is a delicate flower like myself. Delicate flower. Jurian, you should hit him on the head for that. Ha! But Princess, he's not delicate at all. Jurian laughs, and I scowl at her. Is she laughing at me? You and Karma seem to get along. I doubt it. Oh, Princess, you wound me. You always say that. You wound me where Jurian blade cannot. Something flashes in Jurian's eyes. She raises her sword again. Karma stands ready as Jurian rushes at him with her sword. Their swords clash again. I wonder... Karma, your back's open. Gasp. Karma turns, Jurian taps him on the shoulder and laughs aloud. I did it! A single hit! It looks like you have a weakness too, Karma. No, it wasn't a weakness. It was the lack of sleep catching up to me. Why did he listen to me? He told Garland the other day that it was crucial to only listen and watch the most important things. The most important important things. Alright, practice is over for now. I can see Garland coming for his practice. Karma walks to a corner to have a drink. I should probably head back to the tavern soon, but there's something I want to see first. On her way out, Jurian gives a solemn nod to Garland. She pauses to say something to him and then looks at me, noticing my vague curiosity. I was just mentioning what a good swordsman Karma is. I have seen him fight, and Karma is a good swordsman. There's no doubt about it. Yet, is practicing with him really so special? He is fast on his feet and quick with his reactions. Oh, I bet. He's an excellent person to train under, even better than most of the commanders in the palace. I can second that. Even better than Ross, remember him? The first commander we trained under. The one that punished slow learning with extra exercise. You always had to do more exercise than I did. Something about you being distracted? I was watching the way you swung your sword to make sure you didn't hurt yourself. Oh? Oh? You've always been overprotective. Mm-hmm. Wonder why? Well, They both suddenly stop to look at Karma, who's smiling slyly on the side. Me too, Karma, me too. Why does he have that look on his face? Well, that's a sign. We can't keep the commander waiting. Garland shakes his head, his expression snapping back into something more serious. Right. The two exchange a quick farewell before Jurian waves and steps out of the clearing, leaving Garland with Karma. You're in a dress today. Are you two really so opposed to hurting me when I'm in a dress, or are you worried about ruining it? No. It's just so strange. You move so well, even in a long dress. Yeah. Seeing people sword fight in skirts and dresses, I'm just like, how? But yes. Jurian did mention almost stepping on it once. Impossible. I am the picture of elegance. Of course, sir. Karma shrugs at Garland's comment off. The two really ready their swords and get ready into place. Or right into place, excuse me. Jurian has taken over Garland's patrol now, so that Garland can get in some practice time. So, Garland, have you told Jurian yet? Gasp. No. The conversation that Karma always has with Garland is the real reason I stay behind to watch them practice. Ooh, some hot goss. Love it. I don't understand why Garland answered Karma's questions if doing so makes him so depressed. Will you ever say anything to her, Garland? Why don't you just confess to her already? Gasp. Karma lands an easy hit on Garland, who sighs in response. Whenever Garland thinks about Jurian, he gets distracted. I don't understand his feelings at all, but seeing him remain quiet frustrates me. Jurian is talented and poised. I could never be good enough for her. Ooh, baby. Ooh, sweetie. You'll never win a woman's heart if you don't compliment her looks as well, Garland. Well, she's pretty to you. Beautiful. And then there's me. Boo-boo! You are so cute! What are you doing? Oh my god. Ugh. Also, yes, Sarah. Sarah, if you ever put up, like, TikToks of you training with swords or doing anything cool with swords, just send those on over. in pants, armor, or in skirts, whatever. Oh my god, they said you can't just ask people why they don't ask other people out. Ooh, I can see why you wouldn't tell her. I feel like that's it, but maybe that's not. Because she's better than me. No, because if you told her and she refused, then it'd be difficult afterwards. You understand, Princess? Of course I understand. I'm not stupid. No, I didn't mean it like that. Don't take offense, Garland. That's just the way she talks. The princess is a fragile flower with her petals always curled inwards. What does that even mean? See, if it were Jurian, she'd probably know, but I'm just as confused as you are. I don't think so. I don't think anyone understands half the fluff Karma speaks. It's because I weave love and dedication to every single one of my words. There's a beauty in deciphering them. But enough idle chatter, sir. Let us continue our training. I ended up staying longer than I intended. By the time I consider returning to the tavern, Garland and Karma are wrapping up for the night. I have a question for Karma, so I wait until Garland leaves before I approach him. You're still here, Princess. Were you seeking out alone time with me by chance? I have enough of that every day when we run errands. I just have a question for you. You always come to the right person. What can I do for you, Princess Lucette? You ask Garland the same question every time you train, and he always tells you this that he cannot confess. Carmen nods in acknowledgement, but his attention is on his sword. Yeah, it is. Sorry. He inspects it carefully before sheathing it. It frustrates me. You're frustrated? That look of his always annoys me. Oh my. It is annoying. Did you want to ask me why he won't confess because you're so frustrated? Yes. I suppose after almost 2 months, I do know you a bit better. You do not know anything about me. And I do not know anything about Karma either. Confessing isn't easy, dear Lucette. Surely you must realize that the possibility of rejection is a significant deterrent. Also, sorry, I was just thinking about the fact that you said, after 2 months, I feel like I know you just a little bit better. And this is a conversation we had earlier about dating sims and these types of games. I hate it when you have a dating sim game and it takes the time within the game is like a week or a month, but it's not very long to see the progression from not in love to suddenly in a relationship or something like that. Games that don't give the weight of time, several weeks or months between character interaction, because that's how that actually is. Again, a lot of this stuff is played up for drama, but that is one of the things that absolutely annoys the piss out of me is when things only take a couple of days, and it's no, sweetie, no. Yes, we can have the moment where they realize, oh, they're in love, and that can happen within a day, but the actual culmination of them coming to appreciate the person and having those feelings develop because of conversation and dialogue should not happen within 3 to 5 days. Give me the substance. Anyway. This is not The Sims. It should not take a bunch of high fives and a couple of hugs and suddenly we're boning on the bed and getting engaged. And I mean, they make a point of making sure that time is progressing in this game because I don't know if they take an entire year, but they do take several months because they make a point about being we need to help you learn to be a better person before your 18th birthday. But it's not like a right around the corner thing. It's like several months. Because they, like, yes, this is a dating game, but the true full story is of her learning to become a better person through the interactions that she has with people and with herself until she turns 18 so that she doesn't become a terrible person. I play a lot of Sims. Oh my god, I play so much Sims. Anyway. But if you never ask, you never get an answer, and the stress of worrying stays with you and ruins everything. Why are you staring at me? Is that the reason you're so blunt, Princess? Blunt? You are far more blunt than I am. Princess Osette, you truly are amazing. You're as sharp as a knight's blade. I'm not amusing. That's a matter of opinion, darling. He really is insufferable. And yet I am still come to him for advice. Because you like him. The scariest part of a confession is the possibility of rejection. Can you imagine loving someone and then finding out that they don't feel the same way about you? My thoughts shift to the king. My chest tightens. Princess Lucette. Oop, why are you getting close? Hey, hi. Karma reaches out a hand to brush a strand of hair out of my face. I slap it away without realizing. He pulls his hand back with a gentle sigh. My apologies, Princess. No, I cannot imagine. No? Loving someone and finding out they do not feel the same way? I always knew my father never loved me. My understanding is different from what Karma is referring to. Besides, I no longer hold any love in my heart for the king. I have already given up hope on him. Oh, God. So sad. Right? It is a good thing you haven't experienced a rejected love, Princess. It is one of the worst feelings. Karma asked to be alone, so I returned to the tavern by myself that night. Karma, I love you! Anyway. I do not know why I agreed to this when nothing changes. Today, I'm once again in town with Karma, running errands. Since we've been partners, he insists on me coming with him every day. Why do you need a new dress? Because a lady needs all kinds of dresses in her closet. Variety is key when you want to make a good impression. Why would you want to make a good impression on people in a disguise? A disguise is meant to conceal you. It does not exist to be flaunted. Oh no, darling. I only wear the disguise to stop the curse from working on people. It's not really meant to conceal anything but the fact that I am a man. Being doted on by a married woman or by a woman in love with another man is especially troubling. Is the curse really that powerful? Karma leads me over to the dress store, and our conversation pauses when he goes to the store owner to get specifications for a new dress. Excuse me. When he leaves, Karma suggests going someplace to reward me for all my hard work. You're treating me? Why wouldn't I, darling? You've been helping me for a while now. What is this feeling? Gratitude? Karma does owe me for everything that I've done for him, so why do I feel like this? Why does my heart go doki doki? You know, it would be so much easier for you to just help me carry bags. Oh, there, let's buy one of those cupcakes. Oh my god. Karma cuts through my suggestion easily. Does he really dislike work so much that he'd rather pay me off for helping him? Oh, I love it. Karma takes me to a stand showcasing all kinds of cupcakes. There are some with colored frosting, others with fancy decorations. Ooh. Some are especially eye-catching, like a bright blue cupcake decorated with little stars. So if you guys haven't seen on the Discord, I made Oliver's birthday cake, which was like, he wanted a Minecraft birthday. Finding somebody to make a Minecraft cake, like we just really wanted like a Walmart, Kroger sheet cake, but none of them could do Minecraft, which is fine. Like we figured it out, but it was like, I didn't want to spend $60 on like a handmade cake, even though that would have been rad. Anyway, I made his cake, and if you've ever made a cake and you want to make it into a particular shape, you have to do like some cake shaving so that it stacks properly and all that stuff. And this being a square cake, I had to shave a lot to make it square and blocky and all that stuff. But I don't know why I'm losing track of my train of thought here. I have cake pieces in the fridge, and I'm probably going to eat those later. Just a little thing, just like, save the cake pieces. Eat them later. Unless you're a baker and you always have cake pieces and you don't want to be that person, I completely understand, but thank you. It was so sugary. It looked great, but it was so sugary. And he had a little friend over, and she also really liked the cake. Their faces were so green and blue. It was hilarious. Anyway, back to this game, because I'm just like, now I'm thinking about cake, and I'm going to eat that later. Okay. Anything catch your fancy, ladies? All of them, actually. Alas, I do not think eating all of them would be good for my diet. What do you think, Princess? We'll share one. I turn back to the cupcakes, which I realize are big enough to share between two people. Am I choosing one for myself or one that Karma would like? I guess he is treating me, but... Two cupcakes catch my eye. One has a tiny little creature sitting on top of the frosting. It seems like a little lizard of sorts, though it's strange, the colors remind me of Karma's dress. The other cupcake is decorated with little white chocolate pearls. Those pearls are small and somehow cute, but Karma might like the other cupcake. Oh, so it's between those two? Which would you like, Lucette? I believe this one you picked the one with the lizard on it. I'll have that one. The one with the... Oh my, is that a chameleon? A chameleon? It's a chameleon! Oh, that's adorable. Sir, we'll take one of those. I was thinking like it for the colors, but not the chameleon, whatever that is. Let's go enjoy this somewhere else, shall we? Karma leads me to the middle of the plaza, and the two of us find a table. He walks off to get a fork and knife before returning and handing a set to me. Do we really need a fork and knife to eat a cupcake? So before we got your dress and you distracted me with cupcakes, we were talking about your curse. We were? It's not an interesting topic. I was glad that we had gotten off that tangent, to be honest. Why don't you want to talk about it? You have your secrets just as I do, Princess. But the whole point of pairing up is to help each other with our curses. Princess, you want to help me? Only because it's necessary that I help him so he can help me. I haven't made any progress helping you, though. You said you would provide me with opportunities. I'm not very good at that, am I? I'm sorry, Princess. Well, I don't think I've done anything for you either. But Princess, you've been helping me for the last few weeks. Whether or not it's an obligation, you still are good company. They gasp. Good company? No one's ever told me that before. They only chide me for being difficult to speak with. Yee! Karma starts cutting the cupcake. His knife slides through the frosting and cake with ease. Look at the little chameleon. I love it. I've definitely never seen a refined manner for a simple dessert. What was your life like before the curse, Princess? I have no need to tell you any of that. No, it's not necessary, but I am curious. Would I be doing a good deed by telling him? I don't think so. How about we trade off fact for fact? You give me a story today, and I'll give you one tomorrow. What makes you think I'm interested in your life? Well, you do keep asking me about my curse. Only because we're working on breaking our curses. Okay then, we won't talk about the past or any secrets. We can talk about this cupcake instead. Yes, let's talk about cupcakes. What? Why does he always insist on changing the topic? Karma cuts the chameleon on top in half. I notice that he gives himself the head, which is a lot cuter, while I get stuck with the tail. Rude. Chameleons are little lizards that can blend into their surroundings. Is he willing to go that far to avoid the subject? When I was a child, my father used to call me a chameleon. What? I hid a lot to avoid responsibilities. Oftentimes no one could find me, not my father nor the servants. Servants? If he had servants, then that makes him a noble? One day I was out searching for a mythical creature in our garden, and I came upon the chameleon. It was this small, silly little lizard, but I had only found it because I was looking for something fantastic. Oh my god. The lizard on the cupcake does not seem all that fantastic. Karma, 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 chameleon. Thank you, Sarah, for that. That was great. It was wonderful. By the way, it's 10:51, so depending on how much longer this will be, hopefully we can finish this chapter by the time I would like to sign out to go to bed, or we're just going to go on a little bit longer for the next chapter. But I think this chapter is going to be ending soon, but yes. Anyway, my father explained what it was to me, and then he started calling me his silly little chameleon. It was ridiculous, but he said I was always very good at hiding, and so it suited me. What is it, Princess? It seems like you're still good at hiding. You hide behind your disguise and keep many secrets. I suppose I'm still a chameleon, then. I don't think that nickname makes any sense. Sometimes they don't have to. Nicknames don't have to make sense to be endearing, Princess. Can we please just go back to the subject at hand? Yes, this cupcake. If you insist on sharing a story for a story, then I will tell you something about me. Oh? You didn't seem the type to want to share. I normally do not see any reason for sharing things about my past, no. Mother once told me that to confide in someone else was a weakness. Your mother was terrible and abusive! But more than that, I was always worried that others would judge me. No one has ever wanted to listen to me. I know enough about others' opinions of me to know that they think I'm the one at fault. Always. I wouldn't judge you, Princess. Gasp. I mean, I wouldn't judge you for not wanting to say anything to me. I divulged nothing to you, after all. A story for a story. That is the deal, right? I expect you to keep to it. Or rather, a fact for a fact. It is not like I have to tell him everything, just something about myself. I will tell you about my life at the palace. It's not as if it's a secret, though I doubt Karma would understand. Ever since Mother died, the palace has been a cold place. Why the surprise? Is it because you see Evangeline and Rod and assume we're all one big happy family? I do have to admit that Princess Evangeline seems quite gentle. Prince Rod is quiet, but he seems like an honorable man. When I saw you and the princess at the dress store, Princess Evangeline seemed very nice. Is she not? Her kindness is fragile at best. She tries far too hard to be genuine. Her insistence is irritating. I have never wanted to be friends with her. The king took a second wife after my mother died, as if she never mattered to him. Karma is silent and I continued to talk, my emotions loosening my tongue. I had meant to stop there, but the words kept coming. The only one who ever showed me any affection in the palace was Mother. The king never paid much attention to me in the first place, but he treats Rod and Evangeline far better than he has ever treated me. What was your mother like? All of my fondest memories are of her. She was always with me in the palace, teaching me right from wrong. She taught me how to not show weakness, who to speak with. Who to speak with? Needless conversation is useless. People are often very likely to lead you astray. That was the reason I never saw any reason to speak with the townsfolk. Will you judge me as everyone else does? No, Princess. I'm not judging you. I'm just a little sad. Sad? Why would he be sad? It sounds like you lived an empty life. It was not an empty life. But it sounds as if your mother separated you from everyone. It wasn't as if the townsfolk would have accepted me anyway. Mother said they were not to be trusted. Princess, about your mother. I will not hear you speak ill of Mother. No, I only had a question about your mother. Karma coughs and I pause to stare at him as he clears his throat. What is it? This... Oh, gods. I hear the change immediately. His voice is lower, far lower. The soft gentleness gone. Karma puts a hand to his throat and grumbles. Karma's voice is teetering on the edge of sounding unmistakably male. Oh no. I've always wondered how he's able to change his voice, but I always forgot to ask him about it. What happened to your voice? Oh, it's Miss Karma! I turn to see a young market girl approach us. She looks at Karma adoringly. I've always wanted to speak with you, Miss Karma, ever since you complimented my dress that one time at the dress store. Oh my god. Uh-oh. Your dress is lovely today as always, Miss Karma. Karma? Miss Karma, are you okay? I'm quite fine. I cannot help but giggle as the girl takes a step back, looking shocked by Karma's now deep voice. Karma curses again in his deep voice before forcing a bright smile on his face. Excuse me, I'm feeling under the weather. I notice that he's trying to change the pitch of his voice, but the highness is only annoying rather than soothing now. Oh, I'm sorry. Karma turns to me urgently, but I am too amused to offer any sort of assistance. What is it, Miss Karma? Karma's smile is forced and his eyes are glaring at me. I laugh once again, but I'm unable to help myself. His expression softens, but only slightly. We attempt to leave. We are not going to tease Karma. That's bad. I think we had better get going. Karma nods his head. I'll have explaining to do if we just sit here. Is there still nothing I can do to help you two? No, obviously not. I'm sorry. He doesn't look amused. Why? I'm only trying to get us out of here faster. Leaving. He takes my hand and curtsies politely to the girl as he pulls me away. Karma, you sound sick. It's run out. Run out? The potion that Parfait makes for me. I must have talked too much. No! Dang it! Why am I so bad at this game? This is hilarious. Miss Karma, I do wish you would say something. At the very least, you should thank this girl for her compliment. Oh no, it's quite all right. Come on, Karma, you're usually the most charming person on these streets. Thank you. Oh my god, he sounds like he's dying now. I can't help but start laughing again. The small annoyance on Karma's face seems to dissipate completely. Leaving. He takes my hand and curtsies politely to the girl as he pulls me away. Karma, you sound sick. It's run out. Run out? The potion that Parfait makes for me. I must have talked too much. You talked too much? Karma puts a finger to his lips as we stroll through the town. He shakes his head, making it clear that he won't speak to me until later. When we arrive at the tavern, it's already dark. Karma pauses and turns to look at me. What? You have a nice smile, Princess Lucette. I'm glad I could make you laugh. Gasp. Well, of course I laughed. You sounded ridiculous. It's worth sounding ridiculous just to see you smile. You and Rimple really are the same. No, they're not. The comment doesn't faze him. He smiles widely as he leaves for his room. I'm glad I could make you laugh. Ooh, we're in the dreamscape. I can't get these words out of my head, even though I'm supposed to be resting for the night. I think I could go see if Karma's practicing with Jurian or Garland. I leave my room and go down to the reception room. Delore and Parfait let me go to the forest at night alone now since they know that I'm meeting up with Karma. Parfait is in the reception room tonight reading a book. I was always told reading in the dark was bad for your eyes. Oh, Princess, I didn't see you. I noticed that she's closed the book and can now read the cover. She's reading Cinderella? That's my fairy tale curse. The Great War was caused by the fairy tales, right? Yes, that's right. And yet you're reading one. The curses are based off those fairy tales after all. Why are you reading Cinderella? My curse isn't anything like the fairy tale. It's reversed. True, but the morals remain the same. In order to become Cinderella, you must be good like her. Cinderella had everything handed to her by a fairy godmother. I had everything taken away. Princess, have you truly had everything taken away from you? Compared to what I used to have, what I have now might as well be nothing. You have friendships and people who enjoy your company. No one in this tavern enjoys my company. Are you sure about that, Princess? I think you just have difficulty trusting that we all like you. Like me? Why would you like me? You've become like family here. I haven't even been here that long. It doesn't matter. Everyone here at the Marchen is family. Family? Are you saying that everyone at the Marchen is like family? Princess, you're one of my boarders. You're more than just a regular here. You live here with us. So like I said, you're family. You're family! Oh my god. I speak more with the people here than I've ever spoken to my own family. In the palace, I was always alone. The only person I would speak with was Fritz. Are you going to watch Karma practice? Yes, Sarah? Be safe, Princess. As I head to the door, I recall what happened earlier today. Parfait, what is this potion you make for Karma? You mean the potion I make to change his voice? He begged me to help him when he first designed his disguise. Karma makes a beautiful woman, but he doesn't think the illusion was complete without a convincing voice. You know how picky he is. Something else in your mind, Princess. Karma hid his curse, but you must know the condition for breaking it, don't you? Parfait does not answer. Or are you also keeping it a secret? Princess Susette, not everyone likes to talk about their curse. I think it would be better if you ask Karma directly. I just don't understand why he won't tell everything when I'm trying to help him. Just as you think your good deeds are difficult, there is also something about Karma's curse that he can't come to terms with. I put my hand to the necklace around my neck. I still haven't performed any good deeds. Can I really do this? I'm going now. I walk to the front door and into the forest. I decide not to think about all this, at least not until later. I wish this was all simpler, and that Karma wasn't cloaked in so many secrets. Mother, I went to town today. Oh, I told you not to go into town. Did your father take you? He told me that it would be fun. And was it? No. Everyone looked really angry at me, but I don't know why. I've told you before, haven't I, dearest one? The townsfolk are jealous of you. Jealous? They're bitter about their lot in life because they will seek to use you for their status. You cannot trust them, Lucette. You cannot trust anyone but me. Trusting others will only lead to heartbreak, Lucette. You need only trust me because I will never hurt you. Favors and Payback. Chapter 5. Alright. So, with that, we are going to save here, and we will pick this back up next Monday. So, yes, let's see. Where are we right now with the blanket? It's hard to tell on the screen, but we are making a border around the blanket. It's just a real simple, super duper easy single crochet. I'm probably gonna maybe do 2 or 3 more rows of that, and just let it be real simple, real easy, not super duper complicated. It's a baby blanket. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and watching me gush over this really, really fun game. Like, yeah, it's not perfect. Yeah, it's kind of cheesy and cliche. And but this game was made in like 2015, came out in 2016, and they just released the sequel. So again, if you are interested in playing this game for yourself, Cinderella Phenomenon, the first one, is free on Steam. This beautiful, wonderful game. The sequel is, I believe, $10.99. But again, for like the fully fledged game, for the sequel to cost some money, like I'm okay with that. But yeah, so next Monday we'll be back here. Maybe I'll still be working on this blanket. Maybe I'll be moving on to something else. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. And check us out on the Discord, and check us out on YouTube for all of our past videos and updates about any other streams that are coming up. We'll probably be doing more variety gaming on Friday, so keep an ear out for more of that. Thanks, Nick. And remember, everybody, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights. Stop Asian hate. If you are a bigot, or a white supremacist, or a Nazi, or a TERF, or whatever, do not come into this space. This space is not for you. This space is for marginalized genders. This space is for allies. And if you come in here with your bullshit, I will personally kick you out. I will find you, I will waddle towards you with my whole pregnant ass, and I will kick your ass. Try me. I got the spoons. Anyway, but with that said, thank you all. Have a wonderful night. I will see you probably Friday, definitely next Monday. Have a wonderful night.